Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to PreMarket PulseScan with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the famous six packs, where you can get started trading with us for as little as $69 a month. That's right, $69 a month. You can get in the game. You can stop being a spectator and become a player in these markets. We show you how to pimp these markets and make some money, all right? Make money when the market is falling, make money when the market is rising. And you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be a rocket scientist or a mathematician or a physicist. All you have to do is follow simple steps and rules on the daily reports that you will receive. All right. We trade everything from cryptocurrencies to the forex market to stocks, options on stocks, commodity futures, options on commodity futures. We do it all. And we are on point, laser pinpoint accuracy. You know how we do it. All right. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So right now, the stock index futures are lock limit up. Lock limit up. All right. This is Take Back Friday. All right. So this is Take Back Friday. You know how Take Back Friday can do. Take Back Friday likes to usually come in, a little on a sneak tip. And if you've been down all week, you're going to see a rally. And if you've been up all week, you're going to see a decline. It's just that simple. Folks like to take money off the table so they can reposition themselves for the upcoming week. As you know, people don't really like to be long going into a weekend, but this is perilous times that we are in. So the normal rules don't necessarily apply. There is a good rule of thumb to always keep in mind. But because of the circumstances and the situations that we are in, we really don't know because we're in a news-driven environment. We do not know from day to day what is going to happen. And usually things really like to jump off in the overnight markets. And that usually means Sunday night into Monday. That's usually when the markets like to, start bugging. And it is what it is, all right? Over the weekend, news likes to come out, and it's usually not in a good way. Okay, so just something to keep underneath your hat, just something to think about. I am seriously thinking about using this opportunity to reposition into some things that I may have missed the first leg into. So I'm seriously putting together a shopping list. I'm typing these even as I'm talking to you, taking a look at what may work out. Now, again, I'm looking on the equity side. I'm not really looking at the future side just yet. Like I told you, I need things to calm down a bit. I like the volatility. Volatility is dope, but you got to be careful because you don't want erratic markets. You want volatility, but you don't want erratic markets where the markets don't know what they want to do or who they want to do it to, So you got to be careful. You got to utilize some common sense. You can't be scared because you got to make money. We still have to trade these markets. Always remember that. At the end of the day, we still have to trade these markets. That's how we eat. That's how we make our living. Okay, so you want to approach things the right way, and that's really all I'm saying. It ain't necessarily time to back up the truck. This is just a Take Back Friday. But like I've told you before, bear market rallies can be quite significant. And so you don't want to miss out on an opportunity to capture a reversal leg because we don't know how far the leg's going to move. We don't know if the leg's going to turn into something or not. It can. That's the thing. Because we're in a news-driven market and because everything that we have witnessed is all about the news-driven market, anything goes at this point. They can come out with some type of emergency legislation or decision, and it can change everything. We know the market has only really gone down on the back of the coronavirus. If the coronavirus story was not in play, I really doubt that we would have seen the type of movements that we have seen in the way that we have seen them. I really believe it would have been something a little bit different. Okay. So with that being said, I just wanted to put that word to you as far as where my thinking is. I'm really looking forward to some opportunities possibly today. And on the long side, I'm really thinking about trying some stuff. I think the market may be ready for some reversals, and I think we might have a little bit of action on the table, just a little bit, nothing too crazy, but just looking around. I'm getting my shopping list together. Still talking while I'm typing. Let's see here. 116, 17. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got time, man. You got time to put some tickets in, and we'll see what the market does. Usually, you got your trends are pretty much made in the morning. All right. Sometimes by 10:30, sometimes by 11:30 or around noon, the game's over. The ranges have been established. That's on normal markets. This is not a normal market right now, like I told you. This is something else. This is something else. All right, so I'm looking to play the reversals today. I'm looking to play the reversals in the oil, reversal in the bonds. Yeah, TBT stole me in the face yesterday. So now I'm looking to punch back. Let's see. I'm looking at the reversal in the NASDAQ. I'm looking at the reversal in the financial sector. And if I didn't say this already, oil. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. Now, I'm not ignoring the trend either. I'm also looking to reposition myself in some of these trends so that if the market does turn Sunday night into Monday and falls again, then I can be ahead of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and post this in the trading room right quick before we really get started. I had to really go quick because the way we do things here, if you don't do things a certain way at a certain time, then it makes your broadcast have to go in and cancel the broadcast redo. It's just a pain in the butt. So at any rate, bear with me a second. I am now posting in the room. This should only take a moment. I'm gonna highlight in bold and put a star next to the main positions of the day. And Lord willing, I'll be able to get all these tickets in before the market opens. The key is to do things before it happens. That's what we do. All right, so it's now posted in the room. It's under the PulseWave alerts. If you go into the PulseWave alerts, those are the tickets I'm looking to place. Those are all the longs I'm looking to place with the corresponding stops. All right, the entry points on your left and the stops on the right. It's very easy to see. All right, so with that being said, let's get into some news because that's very interesting. Let's see what time is it. Let's do this. We're gonna do it the other way. We're gonna get into the market first. Let me show you the overnight real quick. Just these markets tend to move real fast. Let's just do that. All right, here we go. So we're lock limit up in the stock index futures. The Dow is up 1,110 points at 22,054 after hitting an overnight low of 20,230. The NASDAQ 100 is up 407.5 points, lock limit up at 7,609 and a quarter. Even the S&P 500 is lock limit up at up 126 points at 2582 even. The Russell is lock limit up 58.9 points at 1164.4. Bitcoin futures are down. Well, it was down 400. Now it's down 390. 390 bucks at 56.20. Nat gas is up 10 at $1.94. Oh, wow, up 10 cents. Go ahead, Nat gas. I ain't mad at you. All right, crude oil up $1.37 a gallon at $32.87 a gallon. And long bond is down a point in 24.30 seconds at 177 and 8/30 seconds. Gold down 10 cents at $1,590.30. Silver down 24 cents at $15.76 an ounce. The US dollar index is up 75 ticks at 98.22. Euro yen is up 2 full points and 267 pips. So it is running, people. It is running. All right, you're up 226 pips, man. That's incredible. All right, the euro is down 50 pips at 111.66. The pound sterling down 97 pips at 124.94. The Aussie dollar down 37 pips at 62.82. Going into food now. Soybeans up 11 and a quarter points at 870 and 3/4, and corn is up 5 points at 370 and 3/4. All right, and that's how things are shaping up as far as our overnight futures and forex and Bitcoin. Taking a look now at pre-market, hack is looking to be called up at least a buck. Let's see, Apple looking to be called up almost 20 bucks. Amazon looking to be called up. Ooh, is that right? 100 bucks? Ooh. Netflix looking to be called up 15 bucks. Google looking to be called up about 60 bucks almost. Tesla looking to be called up about 40 bucks. Bank of America up $2. Pre-market. Let's see. Let's get down here to our other stuff. Okay, so Clorox looking to be called up about I'll say $6. Colgate looking to be called up about $3. American Airlines looking to be called up almost $2. MTA looking to be called up about a nickel. Zynga looking to be called up about 46 cents. INO looking to be called down $1.50. APT looking to be called down $1.55. SVXY looking to be called up $2. UVXY looking to be called down $10. Ouch. If you didn't get out and take profit on UVXY like I warned you last night, I don't know what to tell you. TVIX, the monster TVIX, the beast TVIX, called down almost 80 bucks. 80 large. Wow. Don't hurt them, TVIX. Too late. Looking to be called down about 80 bucks, man. Awful. Awful. Let's see. DGAS looking to be called down 40 bucks. Ouch. All I can say is ouch, man. Ouch. Ow, ow. Okay, so that about does it on that. I probably won't get filled in any of these, but we'll see. You know, this price inflection points are king. Okay. Oh, I know what I didn't do. You know what I didn't do for you guys last night? I need to do it now. I did not do it. It's my bad. Let me hook y'all up real quick because I did not do this. I need to hook y'all up. Hold on. Bear with me. I didn't give you the price inflection points for today. See, you guys forgot to. I shouldn't have said nothing. Then I could have got away with it. All right, I'm going to give you gold, silver, Bitcoin, and I'll give you, you're going to need the Dow. You're definitely going to need the Dow. And I'll give you the NASDAQ too. Let me get that up. And I'm going to give you crude oil because those are important. Let me see what else. All right, so I'm going to give you the Dow, the NASDAQ, crude oil futures, gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Is that good? Is that good? Y'all good with that? All right, that's what we're going to do. Let me go ahead and open it up for you. Then we'll get into the new stuff. I just need to do this part first because, you know, the markets move fast and they don't care. They don't give a darn. All right, so let's do that. All right, I think I got everything open now. Okay. All right, so this is going to go quick because we're just looking at price inflection points. All right, so today on the price inflection point for crude oil, in order to put in a short-term bottom, needs to close today above $35.28. That is approximately $4 less from yesterday's close. Now, in normal markets, you would say, nah, that ain't no biggie. But in the cycle market, it's a big deal. The market needs to close above $35.28 to put in a short-term bottom and open the door for a rally Sunday night into Monday. Failure to do so will keep the door open for more downside risk Sunday night into Monday morning. Once again, $35.28 is our intraday price inflection point for crude oil, where it must close above to put in a short-term bottom. Going into the NASDAQ 100 futures contract, today our intraday price inflection point is at 8,052 half. 8,052 half. I don't think that's going to happen because we closed yesterday at 72.15. Therefore, today's rally, I have to call it to be sold heavily come Sunday night into Monday morning. We'll see what can happen in the psycho market. It's psycho, but it ain't that psycho. I don't think we're going to be moving no 7,000 points. Plus, you couldn't need it anyway because they'll put the circuit breaker up. At 20%, the market will be closed. So don't think that's happening. That it would have to come way up yonder. I mean, anything's possible, but it would have to come way up yonder, basically reversed all of yesterday's loss in order to do that. I just don't see that happening. But hey, I've been wrong before. So 8,052 half is what the NASDAQ needs to close above to put in a short-term bottom for today. All right, looking at the Bitcoin. Bitcoin today price inflection point is at 7,700.20. Again, this is the composite index, but it is solid. It is king. That's what we need. Now, for Bitcoin, there's no limit. It can go up to 1 million in a day. So this is very possible, very doable for Bitcoin. We need 7,700.20. Failure to do so would open the door for more selling for next week into Bitcoin. Keep in mind when we talk about the crypto market, their price inflection point extends from Friday and until Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't ask me why that is. It just is. I didn't make that rule. The market did. So that's just what it does. Looking at the Dow futures, it needs to close today above 23,983. Happen, not gonna. I don't know if we're gonna. I mean, it could happen, but I don't think so. That's more than a 2,000 point run. So there you go. That's what we need to have happen. All right. So Dow price inflection point 23,983. Failure to do so opens up more selling Sunday night into Monday morning. Silver futures needs to close above $16.78 today. Failure to do so will keep the downtrend intact, and we will see more selling next week. All right, and gold futures needs to close today above $1,640 an ounce. Failure to do so will open up more selling for next week. I don't think that's going to happen, folks. I see selling coming for the stock index futures and the precious metals. I think that was only the beginning, what we were seeing. I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but hey, that's what you come here for, right? The truth and nothing but the truth. All right, let's see here. Someone asked me about HDGE. Let's see here. Do I have that up? Let me see. I might have that up for you. Okay, it's not there. I'm looking. Give me a second. I know I have it. All right, HDGE needs to close above $6.48 today. Needs to close above $6.48. If it does not, then you're looking at the downside for next week, meaning that I could be wrong about the reversal. So that's that on that one. All right, let's take a break. Let's take a quick break, just a real quick one, because that opening bell is about to ring any moment now. So let me go in and put some tickets in. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Let me get to typing. Too bad I don't have no music to play, so y'all don't have to be bored to death while I'm putting in my tickets. But you know me, we don't just talk about things here, we do it. All right, I give y'all the 411, but I participate as well, because this is how we eat, folks. This is how we eat. Got to make that money, got to make that coin. And because we live in unbelievable times with unbelievable markets, we have to do unbelievable things, whether we want to or not. All right, so that's one down. Let's go to the second one. All right, so, all right, good. I'm glad I got time to put these in. It's very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, so, because the other time I missed it just by a hair. Don't you hate when that happens? When you miss stuff just barely. But yeah, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. You fall off the bike, you get right back on, you know? All right. 2 down and a few to go. All right, let's see here. Now it's time for, I've done one of the oils, I've done the bonds. Now it's time for the NASDAQ 100. All right, I'm looking, if you're, just in case you're curious, I'm looking at the TQQQ. The TQQQ. This one I may not get a fill because the intraday price inflection point may not. This is a long shot. This one right here. Definitely a long shot. So I'm only going small position on this one. We'll see what happens. I also like the financial sector because that's going to get a lift. You could argue that I'm doubling down, but not really, because at times there's a decoupling depending on what's happening in a certain sector. So I'm still going to go ahead and roll the dice, because sometimes you have to do that. You have to roll your dice. You got to do what you got to do. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna let this one be a small one. This is just a leg position. So if we do get a continuation into next week, I'll just ride the leg. I'll just add to the position. All right. Let's see here. Someone didn't take. Someone didn't take. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. TBT is at 1856. That's the one that didn't take. All right, I'm going to say forget it on that one. Forget it. Not a problem. Not a problem. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving. I got one more to do. So far, the ones I put in are solid. Yeah, if the market's already moved beyond my position, I don't have time to sit and chase it, especially not on a Friday. If this was Monday, I might have said, all right, let me go ahead and try to go ahead and do that. But it's not Monday. It's not Monday, so why would I do that? All right, so my last one is getting in now. These are my primaries that I'm doing right now, just so you know. Okay, 0-1. So what are you saying? All right, so we'll go ahead and make this. Sometimes you have to change your orders too, but oh well. All right, this one's definitely going to be full position. Another rule that I use too, in case anybody's interested. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Shoot. Talking and committed an error. I did a boo-boo. Let me see though. Sometimes boo-boos can work in your favor. So let's see. Talking. Let me see here. All right, I'm gonna have to watch this one. We'll see what happens. So anyway, all right. So my initials are done. The reversals don't have to be put in right now because that's just playing the short side of the market right now. I'm looking at the long side of the market. All right, so I'm done. I'm done with that. Now we can move on. I just had to get that out the way. Had to get my numbers in. All right, now we can move on. So, where are we? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into the news because this is important. You need to know what's going on and what the wires are saying. And sometimes I get things before other people do. So I like to put it out there, man. Sometimes you want to be first. Okay, so here's what's going on. All right, so markets are screaming for more. Stocks, oil, treasury yields climb as hopes of global coronavirus response grow. Central banks in Norway, Japan, and Australia cut interest rates, bought government bonds, or took other expansionary measures. We need to care for working people as much as we care for the stock market. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, oh, that's her, okay, and Bernie Sanders blasted the Fed's $1.5 trillion injection. FYI, the amount that the Fed just injected almost covers all student loan debt in the U.S., Cortez tweeted. Well, first of all, I know she's not talking smack. Not when things have come out about her supposedly marrying her brother so that he could stay in the country. There's questions about her citizenship as well. Now she's in her third marriage. The guy that she claimed she wasn't having an affair with, she's having, she just married. So all types of stuff. Don't throw stones in the glass house. That's all I got to say on that one. Moving on. The U.S. stock market has now wiped out the entire $11.5 trillion worth of value it gained since Trump's 2016 election victory. The Trump administration initially downplayed the virus, with top economic advisor Larry Kudlow calling the outbreak contained on February the 25th. Well, first of all, why do you think the White House hired Larry Kudlow? Let's start there. I'll tell you why they hired him. Because he is a celebrity, TV celebrity. All right. Dude was all over CNBC. So, of course, he would be the perfect person to be a mouthpiece for the White House and the Trump policies. He's a professional and he's an economist. So, who better? People know him. They trust his face. All right. They're used to seeing his face. All right. So, of course. The Fed announces a $1.5 trillion capital injection to combat coronavirus fallout and highly unusual disruptions. The Federal Reserve said it would add $500 billion to money markets on Thursday and inject $1 trillion every Friday through the end of March. Wow. Wow. Let me read that last part again. The Federal Reserve is going to inject $1 trillion every Take Back Friday through the end of March. Well, there you go, people. Back up the truck. Every Friday, the Fed is going to turn on the laptop and start trading and buying up futures and equities Yeah. I guess it's time to back up the trickety truck. Now we'll know if it works. We'll know because today is going to be an important day. This will be the most important day for the Fed now. We've already had the most important day for closing prices last Friday, and we had the most important day on Monday for the markets. Now we have the most important Friday for the Fed. Is this going to work? Today will let us know. Today will be the day because they've already injected some money. All right, they put money on the table. So let's see what the market does. If this does not work, the market is in trouble. Now, they've already committed to $1 trillion a week into the stock market. All right, until the end of March. All right, we're halfway through the month now. All right, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That right there will buy you a lot of SPY and QQQs and some Dow futures and Russell futures and some Bitcoin futures and some crude oil futures and some gold and silver futures and some GLD and SLV. Let's see how the market responds today. Let's see what it does. All right. We'll see because this doesn't mean a whole lot. All right. Like I said last night, you're right. Somebody held a gun to his head. Actually, he was asleep. And last night he woke up to go use the bathroom, and he had a gun in his nose saying, "Yo, this is what you're gonna do tomorrow." And that's exactly what happened. All right. Good question. Does it mean that the government owns all those equities, or is this just loans? It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. The Fed loves to own stuff. Yes, they actually do buy up stuff. Even though they say, well, our rules and laws say that we can't do this. That's a lie. They've been doing it for the last 20 plus years. All right. Just so you know. Let's see here. Let's move on. All right. So the New York Stock Exchange is preparing to close its trading floor as the coronavirus sweeps through New York. The New York Stock Exchange contingency plan would replace its human electronic broker hybrid with a backup system that hasn't yet been used during a real-world trading session. Okay, that is a lie. That is not true. That's not true. Come on now. Do I have to spell it out? That's not true. All right? It's not true. It's just not true. Okay? It's not true. I'm not even going to rehash all of that. You guys have already heard me talk about it. It's not true. Moving on. Morgan Stanley says it's time to start buying stocks amid this stock carnage. The market rout has brought stocks to levels that could bring swift Fed actions, part of the bottoming process in U.S. markets, Morgan Stanley said. Okay, now this is important. This is important. This is 9/11 2.0, what I just read to you. With that being said, please be careful. Please be careful. Don't be fooled by that Dow dropping 500 points off the open. Don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by that. Listen to what they just said to you. This is the same thing they said after they reopened the markets a week after 9/11. He says the market rout has brought stocks to levels that could bring swift Fed action as part of the bottoming process. That's what they did back then. And what happened? The market turned on a dime and never looked back again into 2008. Yep, 2008. You want to know why the market took out the 9/11 low on 2008? Because that 9/11 low was a what? Come on, class. Who's going to raise their hand first, or do I have to call on somebody? Come on. What was it? What was it? No one knows. No one knows the answer for extra credit. The answer is it was a bearish pointer. It took 7 years, but the bearish pointer got taken out. All right, it got taken out. Eventually, all bearish pointers and bullish pointers and gaps get taken out. Always remember that. All right. Always remember that. At some point, it's going to be reckoned with sooner or later. And that's what happened. So what you're hearing here is that the Fed has already said, we've turned on our laptop. We're trading. We're taking long positions. Now the banks are coming alongside and saying, yeah, that's a good thing. And we're right there with you. You can't fight the Fed, folks. If the Fed is going hard like this is what it is. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. All right. Okay. So this could be a dangerous time if you try to get in front of this train. All right. I had to point that out to you. The banks are getting on board now like they did on 9/11, and they even start running ads, and it was unpatriotic to short the market. And then they start making it hard because people weren't listening. So they start delisting certain stocks and made those do not touch. And TLT was one of them. You couldn't short it. You would get an error saying we couldn't locate this, or this is on the do not short list. And pretty much every blue chip stock was on that list. All right. Question is there any way I can have my chart show the crash and rally rally alerts like yours do? Nope. Nope. That's all proprietary stuff. So unfortunately not. Nope. All right. How do you think the junior gold and silver miners will go? Well, to be quite honest with you, they should do well with the market bounce because remember they're equities that benefit from commodities. So if a commodity's strong, then that should help them out. They should get a boost from it. But even if the commodity is not as strong, but the stock's fundamentals are strong and Wall Street's rallying, then they should be able to catch a bid from that too. It's just one of those things. All right, here's another interesting one. Coronavirus shock is pushing highly indebted zombie companies toward financial ruin, and a risky $1 trillion market is already showing the damage a recession would do. A coronavirus-driven recession could trigger a corporate subprime financial crisis, according to one expert. Corporate subprime. So you're trying to tell me that corporations are considered subprime? You got subprime corporations, so you got ghetto, fabulous corporations? Is that what you're telling me? Wow. All right. So the PO companies out there are at risk right now. They're all in jeopardy right now of getting taken out. Wow. G. Willikers, Batman. Famed economist David Rosenberg called the housing bubble. Now he tells us why the oil price war will be more damaging than the coronavirus and outlines a scenario where stocks plunge another 13%. The market's plunge may be only half over, and the pain from a coronavirus oil shock recession might last for years, Rosenberg said. Well, maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Sounds like that was just a nice hit piece to explain what other analysts have already said, saying Dow 20,000, and we already hit Dow 20,000. So the next thing for the Dow is Dow 12,000 and 10,000. If we break and close below Dow 20,000, that opens up that door for that leg, and that leg could be awful, folks. Awful, just awful. So we'll see. Too soon, too early to tell, but we'll see. Once again, I think they're just using the coronavirus as a story to hide the financial crises. All right. Famed economist David Rosenberg called the housing bubble. We just went through that. Stocks are rallying worldwide. Japan's Nikkei rose 7.2%. Germany's DAX was up 8.5%. Great Britain's FTSE 100 climbed 8.7%. And as you already know, the U.S. futures went limit up. Key data is out today. Look out for import and export prices. All right, so that is the main news stuff from the overnight. And I think I have a couple more. All right, are you ready for this one? This is interesting. The Pentagon could reconsider its decision to award a major cloud contract to Microsoft after protests from Amazon. The Defense Department said on Thursday that it would reevaluate the awarding of a $10 billion cloud computing contract to Microsoft after Amazon claimed the decision was interfered with by the Trump administration, the New York Times reports. So Amazon said, hey, no fair. You cheated. You gave it to Amazon because Amazon and Trump are friends. That's not fair. That's not fair. So basically, Trump is the political coronavirus. If there's an issue going on, or if the left doesn't win what they want, they'll claim Trump is involved, and that's why that happened. First of all, let's just keep it 100. We know how politics is, and we know how that level of business is done. Everything's done in back rooms, and it goes by who you know and who you rub shoulders with and all that other stuff. We already know that. So, but I'm the, get on that tip like, oh no, I've been hurt. Please. All right. Google reportedly sent its Bangalore office employees home to work remotely after a worker there tested positive for COVID-19 and was put in quarantine. So Google has caught the coronavirus. Google and property managers at the surrounding office park told employees to go home and work remotely, according to CNBC. Well, hold on. How do they get to go home? If you got somebody up in there that got the coronavirus, don't they quarantine everybody at the office? You can't leave. Google headquarters quarantine. So how did you get away with not doing that? How did they get away with not being quarantined? Favoritism. Have they been granted exemptions because they're a big superpower in and of themselves? Microsoft is canceling its massive build developer conference due to the coronavirus outbreak and will do it online instead. Other companies, including Google, Facebook, and Amazon, have similarly canceled their developer conference, opting to take them online instead. France's competition watchdog is set to fine Apple over anti-competitive behavior. The watchdog could look to fine the iPhone manufacturer over anti-competitive practices in its distribution and sales network, Reuters reported. TikTok is filled with dark jokes and conspiracies about a notorious child kidnapping case. Clips featuring hashtags associated with the disappearance of Madeleine McCann have received almost 5 million views. Well, I don't know anything about that. If that's the case, that's messed up, because that's not cool for friends and family of the missing. That's not a joke. I wouldn't joke on that. SpaceX asked a major European astronomy group for a meeting after it published a concerning paper about Starlink's effects on telescopes. SpaceX has taken heat from some in the astronomy community for launching its satellite despite concerns that they could interfere with research. SoftBank has been spending increasing amounts of lobbying in a bid to aid its startups. The company's lobbying bill climbed to $1.94 million in 2019, a step up from the $225,000 in 2018, according to filings with Congress, Bloomberg reported. AT&T is lifting all internet data caps, and Comcast is cutting some introductory service fees in response to the shift to more home use amid the coronavirus outbreak. AT&T is lifting overage fees and removing internet data caps for home broadband internet amid the significant changes that millions of Americans are going through due to coronavirus concerns. Well, isn't that nice? Russian trolls have become more sophisticated ahead of the 2020 presidential election by moving their operations to West Africa. Unlike in 2016, where much of the trolling of the election came from St. Petersburg, now accounts are operated out of Ghana and Nigeria, CNN reports. First of all, I do not trust nor believe a word that comes out of CNN's mouth. CNN was the original fake news company on the planet. Funny how they like to beat up on Africa, especially Nigeria. Now, we know Nigeria is the capital of I go break your dollar. We know that. But to try to use that as a scapegoat for what's happening in the presidential elections, and then you want to blame Russia. So basically, what you're trying to say is that Russia is more powerful than the U.S. because they can easily manipulate their elections. So, oh, poor, weak, defenseless United States of America. Really? And you didn't choke or gargle before you spit that foolishness out of your mouth? Really? All I got to say is we're in a very sad state of affairs where America keeps claiming that it is incompetent. Every time you hear news pieces like this, America is saying, I'm defenseless, I'm incompetent, I can't even hold an election. But hey, treat me like a superpower. We can't hold an election because Russia keeps messing with us. Russia keeps bullying me. Can you tell Russia to stop? Our infrastructure is so weak and compromised. Can you tell Russia to stop hurting us? Can you tell China to stop hacking us? I'm going to tell my mommy on you. That's what we sound like. It sounds absolutely ridiculous. All right. Just terrible. Terrible. All right. 2 former Apple execs are building a startup for people who want a healthier relationship with technology. Bethany Bongiorno and Imran Kadari founded Humane, a hardware and software startup currently operating in stealth after running parts of Apple's hardware business. Wow. Okay, whatever. So that's pretty much the really significant news of the day. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot else going on. Let's see. All right, let's double check here, make sure we got everything here. Give me a second. Okay. So with that being said, the only other thing I have here is nada. Like I said, today's going to be very important, folks. Like super important. How we close today, what we do today is going to tell everything. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know what we're going to do today. I haven't been filled in anything except for that one I made a mistake on. So I just have to ride it and see what happens. What else? Yeah, I'm not filled anything else. I probably won't be. I did put in orders for DIG, FAS, TQQQ. So we'll see what happens. I'm also looking to go the opposite way to get ready for Monday as well. So we'll see. Anyway, that's all I got. Unless something really crazy happens today, like it has to be crazy, I don't plan on doing a end of day report. I normally don't do those on Friday. So I will be back Monday with the pre-market PulseScan. All right. So everybody be safe out there. Have a great weekend. Be encouraged. And go to PulseWaveTrading.com and get yourself a 6-pack. All right. Come break bread with us, man. Make money with us. All right. Best way to do that is to get yourself a 6-pack. As low as $69 a month starting. And you can get your foot in the door. We got something for everybody. And we make it very easy so that even a child could understand how to do this. Okay. With that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.